So got the big one this weekend, right? The undisputed heavyweight title fight between Alexander Usyk and Daniel Dubois. This is a rematch, right? A bit of a controversial first fight to some. Okay, for me, wasn't controversial at all. The shot was the shot, right, from Dubois. Was it low? Absolutely below the belt line. Did it actually hit low? Who knows? But that doesn't matter, because at the end of the day, Dubois got a 5-minute break, Usyk got a 5-minute break, and they went at it again, and Dubois could have won the fight from that point onwards. If he was the better man on the night, he would have won that fight. But the fact is, he didn't win. Usyk broke him down and won the fight comfortably in the end, getting the stoppage in the 9th round. So yeah, Usyk was the better man that night. Usyk is the undisputed heavyweight champion. I'm not into the politics of, well, Usyk got stripped, so now he's not undisputed. No. Undisputed means that there's no dispute that you're the best heavyweight in the division. And no one can argue that Usyk is the best, or that Usyk isn't the best. There's no one that can argue that, right? Because he's beat Fury twice, he's beat Joshua twice, he's beat Dubois, right? Those are the 3 other top guys. Kabayala's coming up now, and there's talk about Atoma as well, the guy's just a prospect at the minute, hasn't done a single thing. He's beating tomato cans. So there's absolutely no dispute that Usyk is the best in the division. Therefore, he is undisputed, despite getting a title stripped from him. Okay, but prediction. Listen, I think Dubois, after that first Usyk fight, I think he took confidence from that. People telling him that really he should have won, he should be heavyweight champion. I think he took that confidence into the Jarrell Miller fight, blasted Miller out of there, which was surprising to me. Miller is, say what you want about Miller, he does have a gas tank, he's very durable. I expected him to actually break Dubois. It turned out to be the opposite. Dubois broke Big Baby Miller, right? And then the fight against Hrgović, he was getting blasted early in the fight. Hrgović was landing the right hand at will, but Dubois, he had no quit in him. He just absolutely had no quit, and he walked through Hrgović and started to break Hrgović down and got the stoppage, albeit on cuts. Okay, it wasn't a clean stoppage. It was stopped because Hrgović was cut up, right? But yeah, still he beat Hrgović. He was taking over the fight. And then from there he went on to obliterate AJ, right? Obliterate in 5 rounds. There was not a single second of competitiveness in that fight, except until the near the end of the fight. The last few seconds of the fight, AJ landed 2 or 3 big right hands before Dubois countered him, right, with his right hand to finish the fight. But apart from those 2-3 punches AJ landed just before Dubois put him out, it wasn't a competitive fight at all. So Dubois, 3 wins, 3 big wins. His mentality has just risen. He's far more mentally strong and confident coming into this fight with Usyk. He's still very young. You know, Usyk is aging, but we have not seen Usyk slow down. Usyk looked better against Fury in the second fight than he did in the first. You know, he more clearly won the second fight, put it that way, against Fury. Whether that's because Fury put in a bad performance or Usyk stepped it up, I can't say, but we haven't seen Usyk slow down yet, so I won't say his age will be a factor here. So yeah, the way I think this fight's going to go is Dubois is definitely going to come for Usyk. He's definitely going to, you know, from the opening bell, he's going to basically run at Usyk and try to put him under pressure and throw big punches. He won't be reckless, you know. He will use a jab. Dubois does use a jab, but he will be very aggressive. He'll try to find Usyk early and stop him in round one if he can. Usyk, you know, he'll be ready for that. There's no doubt about it. Usyk will be ready for that fast start from Dubois. Usyk will get on the back foot. He'll move. He'll counter punch. Yeah, so I think Usyk's going to have to survive those opening 3 rounds or so, 3 or 4 rounds. That's Dubois' chance. I would say up until round 6. After that, Usyk, you know, he'll do what he does. He's very fit, very smart. You know, he turns it up late in the fight. So yeah, I expect the first 6 rounds to be fairly competitive, but I expect Usyk to take over from there on, you know, from round 6, round 7 to round 12. Listen, I don't think there'll be a stoppage in this fight. I think Dubois, with the confidence, with the mentality, the fact that he's taken big shots off AJ, Hrgovic, Miller, and he's stayed in there and he's fought through some hard moments, I think he carries that into this fight, and I think he'll be very difficult to stop. However, I do think Usyk is, you know, just too good. You know, Usyk he's one of the greats, for sure. You know, he could be compared to any, you know, all-time great at this point. You know, with the cruiserweight record and what he's done at heavyweight now. You know, he's just an incredible fighter, easily the most or the best pound for pound fighter in the world, easily. You know, Crawford doesn't come close. You know, none of these guys come close. When you actually consider that Usyk had to make a big jump up from cruiserweight to heavyweight, you know, you're talking about a difference of you know, 40 pounds, 50 pounds, some of these guys that he's going up against, you know, and to still be beating them, you know, it's incredible. So yeah, for the fact that Usyk is so good, you know, an all-time great, very skilled, smart, undefeated. You know, I do expect him to get the win, but I do think it'll be a more competitive fight. I do think Dubois will hang in there. You know, I expect Usyk to piece Dubois up late in the fight, but I think Dubois will hang in there. And I think Usyk will win a unanimous decision, you know, 8-4 sort of thing. I do, however, have a suspicion that Usyk could get robbed here. I mean, it is at Wembley, you know, Dubois' home ground. Dubois, the young fighter. There's some fights that could be made, you know, Dubois, Fury, Dubois, AJ2, Dubois, Atoma, or, you know, Joyce. There's some big fights for Dubois, right? So, you know, who knows? There could be some home cooking, but let's hope there isn't. I do expect Usyk to win. Like I said, I think it'll be an 8-4 type fight. Competitive early, but Usyk run away with it. Will run away with it at the end, I think. That's the way I see it. Let me know what you think.